And now for our first two clinic speakers are one of our legal directors, Noemi Maslia and Olivia.
Shabbat Shalom. Well, like the rabbi alluded to, it was more than 5 years ago when Rabbi Kleinbaum metaphorically tapped me on the shoulder and asked if I would help her and a few others, including Sabrina Farber, Marcia Melnick, to get some kind of immigration clinic going at CBST. Recognizing that so many in our city had arrived here, fleeing from their countries for fear of persecution in its many forms, and now desperately seeking safety and happiness from a legal system that is complicated and hostile and overwhelmed, Rabbi Kleinbaum insisted that we had to do something to help those that we could. So in a short time, the clinic was organized with Rabbi James' guidance. Noah Habib was hired, and every Wednesday and Thursday evenings downstairs in this building, a few volunteer lawyers, including me and our paralegal Yofi, my tiny dog, oversaw the incredible work of a crowd of eager volunteers helping an even larger crowd of asylum seekers that we addressed to as friends. They were mostly LGBTQ. We were there to help in the preparation of their I-589 applications and supporting narratives while describing the horrors that they had fled from, many in tears, where they were telling their stories most often for the very first time. The work has not stopped, and there's lots more to be done. Volunteers are welcome. You don't have to know a thing about asylum law. And trust me, you'll find it so rewarding. Just ask Neil Hoffman, a doctor, or Jeremy Lawrence, an actor. Since the pandemic, the work has been done mostly on Zoom with volunteers meeting their friends most Wednesday nights in breakout rooms, and with a constant input by the staff, Noah, Laura Clark, and Azim Khan, some social work interns, and several of us attorneys. When you go downstairs tonight for the Oneg, or at any time, look for the butterflies on the wall. Each represents a friend who, with the clinic's work, was granted the right to live safely and, in many instances, with whom they love in this country. So I want to take a few seconds to personally thank Rabbi Kleinbaum for planting the seed that grew into the Ark Immigration Clinic, which is now such an important and vital program at CBST. For thousands of years, millions of Jews have said something a total of 1 billion of times, because it is in the Torah no less than 36 times. That is, we must welcome the stranger. This mandate has oozed, or whatever it has biologically done, to be absorbed into our DNA strands, although it must have skipped Stephen Miller, policy advisor to the latest convicted felon. I believe it gave Rabbi Kleinbaum the smarts, the vision, and the heart to open widely the doors of CBST, which has since welcomed so many strangers who have become our friends. I know I speak for so many when I say to you, Rabbi Kleinbaum, we are all so grateful. Shabbat Shalom.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Olivia Valois. I'm an Indo-Caribbean transgender woman from Guyana. I'm also an asylum seeker. I fled to the United States in 2017 due to homophobia, transphobia, hate, and violence I've experienced in Guyana as an openly queer person. As a member of the LGBTQIA+ community, my move to the United States was the best decision I've made because I knew I was safe and secure in this country. However, I was still afraid to express myself because I knew I didn't have the status to remain here legally, and that thought always made me sad and depressed. I connected with my trans mother, Ariel and Rohani, in 2021, who both are from Guyana as well. After learning of my immigration status, they then connected me to Azim in 2022. I met with Azim, this wonderful, amazing, beautiful soul, in 2022. who guided me through the process of applying for asylum and connected me to Noah, along with my team, who are always so kind, welcoming, and helpful. They made telling my story, my truth, so easy, and in April of 2022, we filed my asylum application. Because of CBST, I have obtained my employment authorization document and social security card, and now, and when I got those two documents, I felt like I had wings. That's not in the speech. Honestly, my goal is to become a nurse. I have already started that process by achieving my high school diploma, and I'm currently enrolled in a medical course. In addition to my studies, I am a community advocate with the Caribbean Equality Project, where I do outreach, legislative advocacy at the city and state level. I was a part of the fight for the Hindu holiday Diwali to become a New York State school holiday, which was signed and passed into law October 2023. How many of y'all know what Diwali is? It's a festival of light, right? We triumphed good over evil. Predominantly celebrated by Hindus and the Sikh community worldwide. But now it was not a school holiday. And many Hindus were troubled when the time came around, like, hey, this is my holiday and the kids have to go to school. So we advocated for that, and I was a part of that, and it was signed into law. I like doing these things, giving back to the community, because the community gave me so much. It's the least I could do. I was also honored to share my story with the Queensborough President's Office for their annual T-Door event, the Transgender Day of Remembrance. And I also became the first Indo-trans woman to perform on main stage along with the international dancer Zaman, aka Sundari, at the 2023 annual Hindu Phagwa celebration in Richmond Hill, Queens, Little Guyana. Since meeting with Rohani and Ariel, oftentimes within the LGBTQ community, we are neglected by our families, and we are forced to have chosen families, choose other people to be our family. And this is exactly what my case is. My family, they neglected me. I don't have any family. And my sister here, April, we bonded and we became mothers, daughters, brothers, siblings, and we have a family now because of that. My life has changed tremendously for the better due to their love, support, and of course connected me to Azim, Noah, and all the amazing people at CBST, the Ark Immigration Clinic. In conclusion, I would like to express my gratitude and acknowledge that the services provided by CBST, the Ark Immigration Clinic, is critical and life-changing for our community. And I thank you all for the hard work you do at CBST, the Ark Immigration Clinic. Happy anniversary, Shabbat Shalom.
We'll now hear from two more speakers from the clinic. First, Noah Habib, our clinic director, on video.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
I'm so
Shalom.
sorry to not be with you in person to celebrate together the 5th anniversary of the Ark at CBST. It's really hard for me to believe that it's already been 5 years since our very first Pro Se clinic in the lower level of CBST in May 2019. It really doesn't feel like it's been that long. Our work is extraordinary in so many different ways. Above all, I think the people we work with are truly extraordinary. We've met more than 1,900 people from more than 50 countries. They speak dozens of languages, and they have diverse professional, educational, and life experiences and backgrounds before arriving here in the US. Most have struggled in their home countries and on their way to the US just to be able to reach New York City and to knock on our door. But there's many other ways that our work at the Ark at CBST is extraordinary. For example, we're the only synagogue we know of that has offered continuing legal education, CLEs, on asylum law. We're also the only synagogue that is a DOJ-recognized organization. So that means that the Department of Justice actually recognizes CBST as a provider of immigration legal services, and some of our staff, like myself, as an accredited representative who's able to support people through the immigration legal system. But all of our work is such a testament to the leadership and vision of Rabbi Kleinbaum, who has supported the Ark at CBST and facilitated the growth of the program for many years now. I also want to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of Rabbi James and the rest of our clinic staff, our clinic coordinator, Laura Clark, our clinic navigator, Azim Khan, 2 staff attorneys, Matthew Bray and Nathan Yaffe, our social work internship coordinator, Anna Deming, and our 3 most recent graduate social work interns who were with us for a full academic year, Risa, Shelley, and Amy. And of course, what I think is most extraordinary about our work is actually the dedication of our volunteers. We couldn't, as staff, do what we do without our volunteers. And since May 2019, we've had over 600 consistent volunteers, many others, many of them CBST members. So if you haven't joined us, we'd love to have you any Wednesday evening online or in our monthly Friday morning in-person clinics. I'm sure many of you who volunteer with us are here today. Thank you so much for all you do and for being here tonight. And those who haven't, you should talk to those who have volunteered with us and hear about the experience firsthand. So thank you so much to everybody, especially Rabbi Kleinbaum, for making our work possible.
Thank you so much, Noah Habib. Having a full-time clinic director is extraordinary, and to have somebody like Noah Habib be that clinic director, we are so, so blessed at CBST. And now I'd like to invite Azim Khan to offer some words. Azim has filled many roles in the clinic, and I'll look forward to him telling his story.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom to everyone on the Zoom. My heart is racing. And all I can think about at this moment is Fiddler on the Roof, Metal Camzoil, when he said, "It's a miracle." It's a miracle. It truly is a miracle for me to be standing here today. Once again, my name is Azim Khan, and I'm a proud alum of the Ark Immigration Clinic. I was asked what I would like to speak about. I would like to speak about the name, the Ark. But before I do that, a little bit about me. My journey began in the fall of 2019 to CBST, when a friend of mine who was going through the immigration asylum process, we had a conversation and I told him about my process. So he said, "You should reach out to New York Anti-Violence Project." I did. They said, "You should reach out to CBST." Come to CBST, meet with someone named Noah. Okay? So I came, I was expecting, tall man, the beard, the staff, biblical Noah. That's what I was expecting. Then I met Noah. I'm like, okay, Noah. So, met with Noah. That very night I met with Noah, I met with someone named Rabbi James. Rabbi James invited me to the Friendsgiving dinner, which is the following weekend, that November. There I met with someone named Noemi. Bear in mind, I have been living in the US for almost 20 years undocumented. So when I met with Noemi, Noemi said the most hopeful thing I've ever heard. Noemi said to me, "I don't know if we can take your case, but I know next year at this time, you will be in a better place." And so said, so done. By November the following year, I have already applied for asylum, and I was awaiting my interview with my superstar team. I'm going to be biased. I had the best team at CBST. Susan, Dina Gold, Marsha Melnick, of course. Led by Noemi, and of course Noah, the glue that holds everything together. Together, we filed a case that was 18 years late, 38 years long, weighed 12 pounds. And for anyone who does asylum law, you are supposed to apply within the first year. So imagine writing a case for 18 years. We wrote it, we did it, and we won. So how did the Ark Immigration Clinic become the Ark Immigration Clinic? During one of our many sessions, because we used to meet in person, going through your story, writing your narrative, it gets very, very traumatic. So we would take a break. And during the break, I would always be offered an Oreo cookie. Remember the Oreo? Mostly by Susan. She would offer me an Oreo. So I was having the Oreo one night, standing downstairs where the quilt is on the wall. I looked over to my far right, and I saw Noah standing there, and there was just like a wide spectrum of people from all over the world coming up to Noah, asking questions. And I'm like, wow, this is like Noah's Ark. Fast forward, there was a competition for us to enter names. So I entered the Ark Immigration Clinic, and the rest is history. And speaking of history, I'm the first friend with a case that was 18 years late filed by CBST, the Ark Immigration Clinic. I'm the first friend from Guyana to win a case filed from the Ark Immigration Clinic, and the first friend from the clinic to be employed by CBST, the Ark Immigration Clinic. I stand here tonight in victory and gratitude to each and every one of you. To my mother, who is here tonight. We weathered the storm. We've been through everything living here for almost 20 years undocumented. So for me to share this night with her, it is beyond me. To my brother and my sister-in-law, Wasim and Cindy, looking on the Zoom, thank you. To my late father, thank you. Rest in peace. Rabbi Kleinbaum, for your 32 years of extraordinary leadership at CBST, your creation of the Ark Immigration Clinic, thank you. What a privilege and an honor it has been for me to be able to work with you. Dina, Marsha, Susan, Noemi, and Noah, Rabbi James, and Laura, thank you very much. To the board, the staff, all the members of CBST, thank you so much. To all our volunteers and our interns, thank you. To all the friends of the Ark Immigration Clinic, two right here, Olivia, Renita, I see Marlene and Douglas at the back. Thank you for entrusting us with your life. I'm sorry if I sound trembly and shaky, but you have no idea what it means for me to be standing here today, to live in this country undocumented for 20 years, sleeping on the trains, sleeping on someone's floor, begging for shelter, and to be standing here tonight in gratitude and in victory with all of you. You have no idea, and I thank you. Sincerely, thank you. And in conclusion, I would like to raise an Oreo. The 5 years of the Ark Immigration Clinic, the 500 more years, and I hope this Ark that we all built can guide everyone to a safe shore. God bless you all. God bless America. Shabbat Shalom.